In this demonstration, we will look at how Nuage VNS can offer branch internet access with value-added services. For example, in this demonstration, a web filter application. And using VNS redirection policies, we can selectively redirect some of the traffic from the devices that are at the branch site to our application. And this branch site could be an office location, for example, a hotel site, maybe a Starbucks, any location that requires internet access and that has an internet connection via a typical ISP. In my Nuage VSD, I have defined an overlay network with two NSGs. In this case, these are virtual machines. So overlay A and overlay B are NSG sites, and each overlay site has underlay support and address translation support enabled, which means that the devices on the LAN side here can reach the internet through the NS3 using network address translation. If I go into a VM that is connected on the LAN side of an NSG, I can show you that I can use I can get internet access from that VM, and this is to a server that could be on the internet, and I can get web pages like this. So in order to demonstrate how to add value-added services and web filter application, I'm going to start a Docker container on one of the servers in our data center. I'm going to launch it in the VNS test organization in this overlay domain, and I'm going to put it in the subnet value-added services. And Nuage/web proxy is the name of the container. It's a Docker container. It's in the public repository on the internet. So if you run this command on your system, you can get the same software. It's open source software. The container is up and running. If I now go back to VSD, you see it's added here in the subnet, and I've added a redirection target called web proxy that is associated with this network interface of this container. So now I can define a policy that says if I have traffic coming from overlay A and it's HTTP traffic, so TCP port 80, redirect it to my web proxy and enable statistics. So in order to enable this policy, you have to enable it over here, update and apply. And now if I do the same call, it still works, but now in this case it's going through the proxy. And just to prove the point, the proxy is actually configured to block certain URLs. So if I go, just to show you, in my install script here, the proxy is using Squid and SquidGuard, which is an ad blocker or a selective URL filter. And for example, doubleclick.net is one of these sites that I've added as saying like this is a domain to be blocked. So if I do a doubleclick.net request, it says you have been blocked. So fairly straightforward. And again, the idea is that you can add services, applications like this, web filters, caching, authentication, encryption. You can enable encryption on this overlay domain to make it more secure. But this is a way for Nuage to add additional service, additional value on top of plain internet access to branch sites. Thank you for watching this short demonstration, and I hope you enjoyed it.